lay.
Oh, yeah.
Good, a little bit more. Good. Hey guys, Dr. FJ, West Bend, Wisconsin Chiropractor. We got Lori coming in a little bit. She had 5 adjustments with us. Low back was the problem. Low back's had some improvement. She's just not holding her adjustments very long, and now her hips are getting super, super tight. Typically, that means the misalignment's changed, and so we're going to take some re-x-rays. Usually, in those situations, you have like a 2-phase correction. So we'll see what's going on there. We'll check her out, get her adjusted, and then we'll follow up with her in a few days and hopefully get it fixed. Lori, what's going on?
I started having back trouble after snow shoveling a couple months back. So I've been struggling with low back pain and trying to get under control.
Okay. And you said, or you wrote on the paper, when you bend over,
Yeah.
it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And just putting your shoes and socks on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, can't put the dog on the leash.
Yeah. Okay.
Frustrating.
Yeah, that's really frustrating. Okay. Well, we're gonna take some X-rays and let's figure out what's going on and get this fixed.
Sounds good.
All right. Before that, let's just have you lay on your back.
Okay.
Let's have you stand up on the posture analyzer. So you're leaning, carrying about 15, 20 pounds more on the one side. All right, let's go take some pictures and go from there. All right, let me get this set up. Have you come stand on the platform facing that way. Let's have you step out, watch the rail, and then just stand up facing me. Hair behind your ears. Look left, right, and straight ahead. Okay. Then I'm going to have you take a seat. I'll take your glasses. Hold still just like that. And take it, and even afterwards keep holding in case I want to make any minor adjustments. Relax a little bit. That's the nasium. Now we're going to take the vertex. Place your chin on the x-ray. And up, up, up. Good, good. All right, sit back. You can come on up. I'm gonna have you head back to 6.
Okay.
I'll analyze these. I'll be right with you. Once we're good, I will show you the improvements. This X-ray looks. Okay, hips are level. L4 is definitely going to the left. List. The vertex, I always like to check that second on posts because that's going to be in good shape. That's usually the most difficult one to get fixed. This is nice and plumb and just checking a couple different spots, but they're all centered. So it's centered. So rotation is good. So we're not changing that. Alright, so we go here, where the little posterior arch exits the lateral mass. That was kicked up 1/16 of an inch. That is now level. Neck is centered. That was off by just about a little over a half degree, and I think the head has collapsed. That's what's causing the pelvis to keep shooting off. And I'll show you compared to the original set how it all looks. But this is why she's not getting consistent improvement and holding anything, as this head has collapsed over a fair amount more than before. So this is pretty common, especially with that kind of a listing. This is why it's so important to take post x-rays. Because these two-phase corrections, they'll just sit in limbo. They'll never get the results you want. They'll end up going somewhere else and never getting fixed. So we're going to go lower. Original adjustment was a quarter low. I'll show you real quick where we're kind of at here. So this is where it was. We'll leave it a little bit. All right, so the atlas was kicked up on the right by 1/16. Now it's level. Neck was off by about 3/4 of a degree, just under. Now it's centered. This happens a lot when you see a head tilting into a high plane line. Is lots of times you'll see that plane line correct and the head collapse. We also untwisted the neck, and you see that a lot. So almost 2 millimeters of rotation there, and now that's gone. So just got to get that head on straight. She's going to do really well, and then she'll probably notice some improvement immediately or pretty close to it. All right, let's go get Lori fixed up. Essentially what happened is the top of your neck was kicked up a little bit. We leveled that, we centered the lower neck, and we untwisted the top of the neck. When you have lots of times the top bone of your neck going up and the head tilting in, when you center that and untwist it, the head collapses more. Then you have to bring it back centered. So that's what's happening with you. And even though there's a lot of structural improvement, until you get that head centered, a lot of times you don't feel a whole lot and you don't really hold the adjustments very long. Mm-hmm. So we're going to center the head, and you should, I think you'll notice some change pretty quickly here.
Okay.
So let's have you take a seat here facing that way. And you come up and lay. Good. Come lay on your left side. Shoulder, ear in the hole. Watch your glasses. Uh-huh. So the biggest change is we're going to come lower when we do the Nuka adjustment. So the headpiece is good. Positioning. The rotation is good. Instead of coming 1/4 inch low, we're going to come 1.5 inches low. That should get under and allow us to basically drive or push that head on straight.
Is there anything that can be done to help?
Hold?
Yeah.
One of the biggest things is how you sleep. Try not to sleep on your belly.
No, I don't.
Or try not to sleep on your back all twisted. If you sleep on your back, just get a little support and you should be okay. And then just don't over-exhaust the body. So whatever level of activity you're used to, maintain that. And if you can, take 15 or 20 minutes in the middle of your day and just rest. Get out of gravity. Lay on your back, get in a recliner. You can read or work on your phone better if you don't, but as long as your head and neck are against something and resting, then it's good. Everything's disengaged. Come on up. And go on your back.
Okay.
Really good, a lot better. We just weren't getting those legs to fully relax. Now they're nice and relaxed. So just take a deep breath or two, and then I want to see your posture. Let's have you check you over there. And just see as you go weight bearing and you take a few steps, if you notice, you may not, but see if you notice any difference right away.
I mean, I actually do feel all in my hips. Like I'm telling you, they were so tight.
Yep.
I actually feel that tightness has released some.
Good.
Because I think I'm carrying myself different because I'm always trying to protect my low back.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, come on out. So, we're just gonna let it hold in place. What happened is essentially, you were like this when you came in, neck up, this, and so then we center this, we untwist the neck, and the head drops more. What that does then is the head positioning has a huge impact on hip positioning. So lots of the times then, the hips will push to then just try to keep you somewhat off-centered as like almost a counterweight.
Right.
So now we've got that head center. You can see it right now. It looks better. So those hips will be in a better position. So we're going to go have you rest 10 minutes, and let's get you back in a few days, and let's check you at that point.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right. So how are we doing?
Good. So after the adjustment you did, I felt like the low back pain improved. I had some left-sided neck and shoulder afterwards. That was really, not pain. It was just sore, like I had worked it out.
Exactly.
That's what it felt like. It was a back workout.
Yeah, it's exactly. So that's when that body's aligning. With you, that head will be kind of realigning. So there'll be a lot of tension and stretching of the muscles. And so that's pretty common. That won't last.
Yep. But I absolutely feel like I've had like a release in the tension along my hips and low back. That is much better.
Yes.
I feel like now that that's kind of released, there's like tenderness there because some of that is like releasing.
Yes.
But I definitely don't have that deep gnawing constant for pain.
Awesome. Great.
It's definitely let up to where now it's like a 2 if I turn a certain way but I've been really, really taking it easy.
Good. And that's the way to be for the next week or two probably, and then we'll add more to it. So now we'll make sure you're holding alignment. I would guess you are, but we'll check. If you are, then again, we're just going to be doing things to release tension in the low back, help that heal, probably do a little laser. That will help with just some of that swelling that will still be in there. And then, that will just continue to improve.
Great.
Let's check you standing.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, weight distribution almost perfect. Great. Come on out. I just want to see just here behind your ears. Yeah. You may notice a difference. Some people do, some people don't, when you're brushing your teeth, or because when you're staring at yourself in the mirror, sometimes people will realize, and you may notice when you're out that all of a sudden your head's like this.
I noticed it at nighttime.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm straighter at night.
Yes.
And when I wake up.
Yes.
But I have been really sleeping, staying in position, because when I try to, I'm usually a side sleeper, but if I try to do that, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even with a pillow between my knees.
That will get, you'll see, and that will get better too. You'll see you'll have a greater capacity to do a lot of that stuff, but that's good. To sleep in a good position like all that is very, very good. Let's just see how everything's moving.
Okay.
Let's have you go face down and lift your right leg. Good. And the left. Good. One easier than the other?
I think maybe the left is a little easier. There's a lot of tenderness where you're at.
Yeah, those SI, lower lumbar. Okay. And lift the right. And down, and the left. Not quite. Go on your back for me. Yeah, that looks really good. See, sometimes there's just a little bit in there. Yeah, right away.
Oh, yeah. I just can't even believe it. Like, I feel like after what you did last visit, I feel like I can actually maybe get back to regular life at some point.
Yes.
It was like unbelievable.
Yeah,
For the
awesome.
first.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
Well, that's and it's funny because sometimes and go face down. Yeah, because your alignment was better, but then the re-x-ray, it was kind of, we were like halfway there, and sometimes you don't get the full release until it's all the way. Everyone's so different, but yeah, I mean, with the head tilt that was there, I can see why it would create tension down in here. Lift your right for me. Good. And the left.
Better.
Yeah, that looks really good. Just want to see if this will release a little more. Lay on your right side. I'm not going to force it, but just lay on your side facing me.
Okay.
Good, a little bit more. Good. And face down. And lift the right. Yeah, that's about the same. Okay. All right. So have you come on up. I'm going to have them do the laser.
Okay.
And that's going to reduce inflammation, promote circulation.
Okay.
And yeah, so we'll just keep, as long as it keeps holding, we'll do some
Okay.
things to help it heal. At the end of the day, just ice 15 minutes to reduce any swelling.
Okay.
We'll add in maybe a stretch or two in a week or so.
Okay.
And yeah, it'll continue to improve.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. All right, so let's go through Lori here. So this was Lori's first x-ray here on the left. So she had about 3/4 of lower of neck being off center. Now it's less than a quarter. Was 1/16 an inch of atlas plane line. Now it's 0. Head tilt was 1 degree. Now went to 2 1/4. Okay. Hips were level. They stayed level. Sometimes what happens with these misalignments is you can see here that little X is off quite a bit, almost 2 millimeters. Now it's centered. Sometimes when you center that, you have to go through a second phase of correction. So everything is literally better but the head tilt. So the head tilt, basically we untwisted the neck and then the head collapsed a bit. So then we saw this, we changed the angle of adjustment. So we changed it to come lower to bring that head back around and on top of the neck. And that released the hips. And so now our hips are doing way better and our low back's doing way better. Now there's still gonna be some soreness, some fatigue, some stiffness. That takes time to heal, but we've reduced and removed the pressure and the tension. So now those tissues can actually heal themselves. And we're gonna do some segmental adjusting to release tension. We'll do some laser to reduce inflammation. We'll give her some stretches in a little bit, and then we may do some more traction, decompression, we'll see. And then she's gonna do really well. We just wanna make sure this continues to, the improvements continue to hold. Her posture looked great. You could tell just looking at her head was where you want it. That's the one thing you can kind of see visually. It's pretty easy to see if you've moved ahead. And then her legs were balanced, so everything looked good. She's feeling a whole lot better. And we'll go from there. All right, so thoughts on Lori here. Obviously, great response after that post x-ray. That's why it's so important to re-x-ray patients. And that was after only a few adjustments. So you want to, especially if you're doing upper cervical work, any kind of orthogonal-based techniques, NUCA, AO, orthospinology, post x-raying is invaluable. And the head you can see positioning, but nothing else you're gonna be able to see. So you've got to x-ray it. And you're dealing with 1/16 of an inch, 1/10 of a degree. So with that level of precision, you have to do post x-rays. It's so important. If you're a doctor watching this, it is a lot more work, but it's worth it. Your results will be so much better. And the only way to get real corrective care, real correction, is to see structural change on x-rays. That's it. If you're really doing corrective care, you're going to see structural change on x-rays. If you're really aligning, you're going to see alignment improvement on x-rays. And the only way to do that is to center the head and neck, taking pressure off the brainstem, which will relax the muscles, the hips and shoulders will get more level. It's the only way to do it, is to specifically adjust the atlas. Now you can do a whole lot of traction and try to force curves in the neck. Still, sometimes that won't change. And if you don't reduce the brainstem, everything you do, you're fighting brainstem. So you have to clear this first. Then you can address curvatures in the spine, and there are techniques that do that, but you have to clear this first. Then you will see real alignment correction. There just aren't a lot of chiropractors that are able to do that. So it's invaluable. Post x-rays are invaluable. You can see the change in the improvement in Lori and just her mood and how much happier she was. And that's what makes doing this so fun and so fulfilling for us here at Gardner Schofield. So if you got value from this, please share it with anyone you know who could help. It could help. And hit the like, subscribe button if you want to catch our newest videos right away. And remember, take charge of your health.